Hey everyone, how are we all doing? Okay, before I even start to get into this, I wanted to mention something. Um, Next month is Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome Awareness Month, and I am going to try and post as much as I possibly can about this rare genetic condition that I live with. Today, I woke up and I had to pop my hand back into joint. Um, it's fine now. Um, it does that from time to time. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is a rare genetic condition that causes hypermobility in joints. There are 13 different types, and I've been diagnosed with type 3, which is hypermobility type. There is the far more dangerous type, which is vascular. Um, and to list them all off now would be a nightmare. So once May comes, I will be doing more videos about the condition and how it affects the person who's living with the condition and stuff like that. So yeah, I woke up this morning with a dislocated wrist. I had to pop it back in. It's a little bit swollen now, but that's normal. It hurts somewhat, but you kind of get used to it, really. In some way you have to. So putting that to one side for now. Everything I say in this video is my opinion, mine alone. Please feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. With that being said, let's get into today's story. So, I woke up early this morning, as I said, in pain, and I went on Twitter. Now, unirock has posted this video thing. I don't know what it is. It's not actually a video, but there's a voice thing there. And he's talking about Katie, the lawsuit, and some really bizarre allegations, which honestly has given me something to question. Now, I'm going to go through this recording. I have it on device here. I also have some notes that I want to go through because I am really puzzled about this. Let's start with these questions that I got. Tati Westbrook and the Clark Swanson case has been written about by Business Insider. So why did they not write anything about Tati Westbrook's lawsuit with Katie Joy? Maybe they're not interested in Katie, but the fact that Tati was involved in not one but two lawsuits kind of confuses me, to be honest. And honestly, it makes absolutely no sense. Tati Westbrook being a very well-known person on YouTube, 9 million followers plus. So yeah, I don't get it. I don't get that. They wanted information on the Clark Swanson case, but nothing on the Katie Joy. Now, to me, this is strange. Unirock also brings up the fact that people get hacked. And how many people before this case was how many people were being hacked before the Tati Westbrook case. The threats and all that came after, but the hacking, the attempted hacking. I'm pretty sure I've seen a few people saying they'd been attempted to be hacked in the past. When I say in the past, I mean before the lawsuit stuff. And why has Tati not refiled? Are they trying to mediate through this? Are they trying to do this without going back to court? I haven't seen Katie talk about Tati or her husband for 3 weeks. The last time she spoke about them was when the case was dismissed 3 weeks ago, where she'd read the paperwork out from being dismissed. So before I look at any more of these, we're going to go through what Unirock had to say. Let me just check. Right. Okay, so let's go. Now, there was 2 of these, but one of them is more about other people than it is about Katie. There was only a little bit really at the end with Katie, so I've just gone on to the second post. I think it's the second post.
Alright, now I'm uploading a video that'll be released in the morning that will also state this title, which is Tati Westbrook has not refiled in Minnesota due to the fact that they're trying to get KJP to agree to what Tati wants so they don't have to refile. This is a fact. It's confirmed. This has happened.
Honestly, that makes complete and utter sense. If they didn't have to go through court, then why would they? If they can sort it out outside of court. Court costs a lot of money.
If you want to know how it's confirmed, it became confirmed due to a leak from KJP's camp that was inquired about and then proven. So yes, for all of you that are wondering why, without a crystal ball, and Tati Westbrook haven't gone to Minnesota, this is why. This is absolutely why. Okay? What could Tati want?
And do you know what? There's something else that's really bugging me too. When Emily read the first documents from the Swanson case that she received from Michael Salz, I did not know at that time that Tati had 2 lawyers. Now, I'm pretty sure at some point Emily said that she wouldn't have 2 lawyers. But if she did have 2 lawyers, wouldn't they be from the same firm at least? See, this confuses me. Why would you have 2 different lawyers from 2 different firms? I get the different cases, but 2 lawyers from 2 different firms. That's going to be way more costly than using one firm, in my opinion.
I'm talking about it in my upload tomorrow. I have the theory, and I've had it for this entire thing, so this has nothing to do with new information or anything, that Tati's going to want Katie to give up Clark Swanson as her source and give her any communications between her and Clark Swanson. Of course, this is further backed up, and I talk about this in my video that'll be released in the morning. This is further backed up by Katie's own Twitter, where you see that right around the time that her lawyer would have told her what Tati's demands are.
I need to keep an eye out for this video that Unirock is going to upload today. Definitely need to see what comes out.
She gets really manic, really panicky, really pissy, really upset, and spams Twitter, literally bringing up Clark Swanson and bringing up how she doesn't have this thing. Now, what really gets me is that then she tries to claim hackers are trying to extort this I hate to say this.
Sorry about that.
I hate to say this, guys, but I cannot keep it inside anymore. I think that Katie has something to do with these hacks. Because, are you telling me?
I do too. I do too. I personally haven't had any hacks, but I've seen plenty of people who have. And I honestly believe Katie is part of it. But also, I think Lorianne might be part of it too. Going off what her husband said on his Twitter.
The hackers, all of a sudden, when the only people who would know anything about what Toddy wants, that would know a goddamn thing about the negotiations would be the lawyers on Toddy's lawyers and Katie's lawyer. Then Toddy and Katie. I don't believe Toddy's doing the hacking. She wouldn't jeopardize her case that she put this much money into.
No, I don't think Toddy's had anything to do with the hacking. As Uni said, there is far too much money being put into this. But there's something we're missing. And I don't know what that is.
I'm starting to think Katie is making it look like she's being hacked so that she can fucking play the victim. That is my opinion, but I can't just hold it in any longer. I can't. How in the hell did these hackers start demanding shit that has to do with Clark Swanson right when you and Toddy enter into fucking negotiations? You gotta be kidding me. Now, another reason I don't believe her is because she claims she's got hundreds of emails, hundreds of these hacked, spoofed emails coming in, and she's only shared one. So, of course, I don't buy it. That's just my opinion, though. That's just how I feel inside. I think it's too coincidental. It's the 552nd.
I think he's right. Katie does nothing without evidence. Katie goes to the bathroom and she's showing evidence, so then again, she's also trying to hide evidence when she's guzzling down her wine at night.
Coincidence that has to do with this bullshit. It's always, you notice when we have this type of fucking doxing, hacking, all this shit, it always is around the same motherfucking people. People from the Non Sequitur show. Every fucking time.
This I don't know about.
If they came from Non Sec, you're gonna have some fucking doxing, harassing, and butthurtedness and soy just leaking all over the place. That's just my way of saying that they're keyboard warriors. If Red's rhetoric gets called out, that's what they fucking do as a response. Steve McRae gets called out, that's what they do as a response. Fucking Katie has something happen, this shit happens as a response. It's been going on for years, and it is literally, it happens to every person. They get involved attacking a new person or getting criticized by a new person, that person.
And this is something I've seen myself. It's insane.
That criticize them starts having this shit happen to them. And it happens always from the people around Non-Sec. I'm done. I figured it out. I know what I believe. I've had enough. When you have a fucking mountain of evidence, at a point, you're a fucking moron not to say that it's the most logical conclusion, and that's my opinion. Until I have something to...
He makes a really good point. A really good point. Like, it's true. It's actually true. What do you say about it? I think that Katie is behind a lot of the hacking. I think that Katie knows more than she's letting on. Now, I took a look into Tati's lawyers, and aside from Michael Saltz, who works for Jacobson, Russell Saltz and Fingerman LLP, she has another lawyer, Douglas Fursh, I don't know how you say that, at Gibson, Dunn and Crutcher. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense why Tati would have two separate lawyers from two separate firms. Insane. This whole thing is just insane. This whole thing is just crazy. What can we say?
Change my mind. Some evidence to change my mind. That's where it lays. I think every one of these guys that are attached to non-sec in some way all sat around in a group together doing this bullshit, just like Kyle told me, just like other people have told me. And then I think when they all got mad at each other, they start using these fucking tactics and these methods against other people. I'm fucking positive of it at this point. So yeah, that's where it's at. I just don't know what else to say. Katie is from that group, and the other people who constantly have this happen to anyone that criticizes them or anyone they get mad at, also, I mean, they're also from that group. So fuck it. That's my opinion. What do I think is going to happen with the negotiations? I think Katie is going to lie. She's going to cry and scream and lie. And she's going to tell Tati's lawyers that she has nothing on Swanson. Now, does Katie have something on Swanson? Nobody knows. This is why you can't trust liars. You can't. Katie has video clips of her saying that she got all of her information on breaking the Swanson v. Tati lawsuit from one of the people involved in the lawsuit, and it's not Tati or James Westbrook. So who else is involved in the lawsuit? Clark Swanson.
This just gets deeper and deeper. Where's the end? What is the point? What is actually happening? I don't know.
That is why everybody believes that it's her. Then she told a bunch of lies like her source got it from the courthouse when it was electronically filed, and no one would have seen it filed at the courthouse because it came through on a fucking computer. So all these things, if you've ever seen the reality video.
Yep, that's true. We all know that's true. Her source was seen it go through the court. Were they glued to the PC at the time? Were they glued to the court's computer at the time?
All these things point, and you're going to see a lot of parts of it in my video tomorrow too. It shows that Katie fucking was basically telling everybody Swanson was her source, and that's how she broke the story. So what happens now that Tati sues her? She goes to Twitter and starts spamming, I didn't get nothing from Clark Swanson. I got it in an anonymous email. Well, why don't you do what Saltsy does and share the anonymous email and show us?
She can't, because it was a James Bond email. You opened it, read it, and poof! It disappeared. Abracadabra.
If you want us to believe it, do what Saltsy does, put up evidence to back what you're saying, or just don't say it. My video will be released tomorrow in between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard or New York time for international viewers. I would release it tonight, but then it won't do good in the algorithm. It'll suck. If I release it tomorrow, it'll get in there during peak time, and it might do pretty good. So, because I haven't been uploading super regularly. If I upload regularly, it really doesn't matter what time I upload. So since I haven't been, I've got to get it up there at peak time. I'm hoping to be able to get videos out daily so that I can just throw my videos out whenever I'm done. But, that takes some...
Okay, I don't think we need anything else from that. I think we get the idea.
And an eye appointment.
One moment. Did I get rid of that? Right, there we go. Okay, I think we've had enough of that for now. So, again, my questions. How many people have had hacking attempts after dealing with Katie? When was the last time Katie talked about Tati Westbrook and her husband? That one I can answer. That was 3 weeks ago, when she spoke about the case being dismissed for due restriction. Why is Tati using 2 different lawyers at 2 different firms? That one puzzles me. I don't have an answer for that one. Why would Business Insider be interested in one lawsuit and not the other? Wouldn't that make good headlines for them? Tati Westbrook, the beauty guru in 2 court cases. One where she's being sued and one where she's actually suing someone. Would that not make good headlines? And then the final question would be, where is Tati Westbrook right now? Where is Tati Westbrook right now? I don't know. She hasn't been seen for almost a year. Again. Bearing in mind she went offline after the James Charles by sister. She came back for breaking my silence and left again. That's insane. This whole thing is absolutely insane. I don't know what's going on, but there is something big going on. All behind closed doors. And I honestly don't think even Katie knows exactly what is going on. So I'm going to end it there. Have a great day. I may see you again later. Depends how my day goes and how much pain I'm in with this rest. Okay, I'm out here. Bye.